Hi, Ms. Williamson.
Hi.
I'm Nechel from the San Diego Monitor News.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, and welcome to the Speak Truth to Power Townhall.
Thank you.
With the National Organization for Women. We're pleased to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, so the San Diego Monitor News has its history is rooted in economic upliftment, particularly of the African American community. And with that said, of course, we want to get in right away with a conversation about reparations that you started. And thank you, actually, for bringing that particular conversation to the fore and pushing it politically. So I had a few questions about the outline in your announcement speech.
Okay.
Are you open to other ways for your plan for reparations unfolding?
Of course I'm open. I think first what we need is a consensus among the American people that reparations should be paid. Mm-hmm. Once we have that consensus, which is really what I feel with my campaign I'm bringing to the fore, is the necessity for that consensus. Then, of course, it's like with any other contract or negotiation. Let's go for it. And there are some people, particularly Sandy Darity, Ta-Nehisi Coates, and others, who've been working on this for years. And so there are many scholarly ideas that people in politics have, etc. So if I'm president, then absolutely I will. Come on, bring me the ideas. That's what leadership is. I have the experience all over the country, including in some of the whitest states in America. And I become like America's, American history teacher for a few minutes. And when you actually walk people through things that to you as a black woman are like, of course you know this, it's amazing how many don't really. So when you actually walk through with people, first slaves brought here in 1619. Slavery's not over till 1865. 4 to 5 million slaves at that time. Promised by General Sherman, 40 acres and a mule. It was not given. Federal troops left in 1877. Black code laws guaranteeing subpar economic, social, and economic and political opportunity for black people in the former slave population. The fact that then you had 100 years of what we would call today domestic terrorism. That's what lynchings and I'm sorry.
I did want to ask though, with trying to orient the American public about the need for reparations.
Yeah.
When would you expect to get that moved along?
I gotta go fast. As soon as I elect me president, we're gonna go with all this stuff. That's why I said it's not one thing. We gotta hit them all. That's what, more like Franklin Roosevelt. Look, if we're at a point where the American people would be electing me president, that means the American people have signed on to that. That's what an election means.
Yes, it does. You're absolutely right.
So there would be an expectation she's going to get that reparations thing, because
I think for some of us though that are so far down the line, I'm into a place of wanting to really unpack your plan. For instance, is there a way for you to? How did we come up with the figure?
Okay.
You came up with an actual figure, and I
yes.
know how that came up.
Well, first of all, let me say this. No matter what figure you come up with, there are going to be some people who think it's way too much, and there are going to be some people who think it's way too little. So that's clear to me. I believe anything less than 100 billion is an insult. I think anything more than 500 billion, there's just no political way that this can happen. There are some people in the ADOS community who say, well, if you take the 40 acres and a mule of what that money would have been at that time and you translate it into today, that's trillions of dollars. I understand that, but I don't see that as politically feasible. Now, I think whoever the Reparations Council is, and it would be the selection of these people would be an extremely significant issue. It's good. They're going to have to be people that white America trusts and black America trusts. So it's going to be a big deal. Obviously, all ADS people themselves, and we have many people, Sandy Darity, Ta-Nehisi Coates, you have people who've been doing scholarly work on this topic for many, many years. So sit down, you start talking, and then, I think it was Sandy Darity said to me, well, what if what is ultimately offered is, in our opinion, too little? Because if it's too little, it's not going to make a difference anyway, because you'll have generations going, yeah, but. And my response to him was, it's like with any other contract negotiation. So let's say an American president could say to ADOS leaders, we can make it happen at this amount. Then it's like any other contract. Is that an amount worth it enough to accept it? Or are you going to say, well, I think we should wait and in another generation we could do better? Except there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee you could. So I can't respond for what the ADOS community could say. I can say what I would say as president. To me, the issue of reparations is not a black agenda. From my perspective, it's an American agenda. And that's really significant. A country has to take a fearless moral inventory, just like an individual does. Racism is a character defect that has been with us from the beginning. And Germany has paid $89 billion in reparations to Jewish organizations, and that has gone far towards reconciliation between Germany and the Jews of Germany and the rest of Eastern Europe. It doesn't mean the Holocaust didn't happen. Reparations will not mean slavery didn't happen. But to me, the reason reparations are important is that they have an inherent moral force, because there is an inherent acknowledgement of a debt owed. That's why, to me, race-based policies aren't enough. Race-based policies leaves open the question of whose fault it is. Reparations doesn't do that.
I'd love to go on, but I think we are...
I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't know when I'm talking.